How's your spirit? Mind, a bit of this, a bit of that. We're gonna get us 30 minutes, which is what I said, and then I'm gonna get my happy behind out of here and find some lunch, dinner, business to get into. Anyway, I want to take a few minutes just to say, don't give up on you. I woke up this morning and I was cursing God the fuck out. I really was. I was like, God, how can this be my existence? All of this shit, all the things I've done, all the people that I've been there for. How can this be my outcome? Me and God argued for a bit, talked about some things, and he was like, JP, are you kidding me? I mean, look where you could be. And I was like, I know you kidding me, God, because according to you, I'm not there because I did the right things. So, having said that, what do you do after you've done the right things and it doesn't seem like enough? I know that you watch my streams, many of you, my content behind the scenes. You use my content to help you craft your own message. Doesn't even bother me anymore because I know that you using my content to craft your message puts my message in someone else's ears. And over time, they'll come to realize that it's not authentic to you. It's not pure. And they'll seek out the source, the authenticity, where it actually came from. That thing. Hell, y'all, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it 30 minutes because I don't really feel like it. I'm not kidding. Lately, I've just woken up and realized I don't know anybody, anything, this world, folks in it, around me, whatever it be. Um, I owe me. I owe me because I did it. I gave my time, I gave my years, not because it was a requirement, you know. Specifically, I mean, to stay in the upright and lead and be a mother. I done watched so many people out here recently, not parenting, or to the point, I've seen unparented people, sheeple. And I'm not calling them that because I somehow dislike or despise them in that way. It's just they don't know anything else. They don't know better. Like, I was talking to my neighbor, Patty B, and she's such an adorable thing to me. I love her to death. She reminds me of a couple other women I've known who were of her age or older who were just like, I'll forego dudes because it's too much work. They experienced marriage, masculinity, and manliness um, in a different way than my generation or the generations to come. Um, and listen, fellas, I'm not going to beat you up for your masculinity. I'm just saying that, you know, there was a time and a place where rough brute force was how you prove yourself, your masculine identity, rather than just showing up in the world and being a man, masculine, so to speak. So it's important to me um, to teach my sons certain values that hadn't been taught to them, to their father. It was important to me to teach the fellas uh, it's not one person's responsibility to care for the home, the hearth, the environment, the humanity of the family. It's a group effort. Um, Teaching my sons a work ethic, something that I don't think people really understand. They teach their children to go to work. They don't teach their children the value of work ethic, of being invested in what it is that you're doing. Not to the point that it's consuming you, but to the point that you recognize its value to you, the consumer, and the community around you. It's crazy, you know, a little insane to me. When I look out into the community of people whom I see today in what I call veteran energy, like this old age, I've lived life. Um, Let me be. I've gone to war and the Navy and blah 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 type feeling energy. Like young people in their teens, 20s, 30s. Since I'll be 48 soon. Um, these young adults who you can see it on them. They are, I want to say, harried. Like life has harassed them so much at a young age that it shows on their face. My neighbor's niece, she's 2 years older than me. She looks 20 years. She looks damn near the same age as her mom, to be honest. And that's just really strange to me. Maybe I should have said power 15 because I don't think I'm going to be here for 30, y'all. Because I just don't feel like it. I mean, like I said, I wanted to come say these few things to give you hope, to give you some motivation, I suppose. Maybe even myself. Um, uh, Things are looking up for me. I didn't think that that day would come. But I think about all the things that I have experienced since moving to Tucson. I'll tell you the story of me being here. The name of the city, Tucson. Two sons. It's relevant. Two sons. My son and his friend. They came here in 2020 under the understanding that we would be roommates. They had some requirements, some things that they had to do. Both of them, in the beginning, acted like regular, average 20 somethings. Blowing money here, blowing money there. Just quit a job because you feel like it, blah, 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 blah. Gobbledygook. So they used up an entire year, basically, doing that. And July 2020 to, honestly, June of 2021. No, I lied. April of 2021. 4/20, 2021 changed this whole community. The overnight of 4/20 in 420 into the morning of 421. It changed this community and it changed people in this apartment at that time specifically. Ironically, it wasn't just three of us. There were 5 to 6 of us in here. I spent a lot of time over there taking care of someone else at the time who was ill. But this particular time, she was healthy, and we were back over here in 420, and a murder happened here. It had this effect on everybody that you can just understand that being that in that close of proximity to the killing of a human being can do something. You know what I mean? And then everyone has their own traumas, their own experiences, things that happened to them before we all became roommates. Anyway, I say all of that to say, after that, there was a significant change in my son more than the other. I watched him get his head on straight, put down some of the games, some of the nonsense, some of the foolery, focus on showing up to work on time, being a responsible adult. Those things. The other one took him. So at the end of 2021, my son had paid his debt off. He was able to move on in his journey, do whatever he wanted to. The other decided that he wanted to do me. I said, listen, a sexual relationship, we're roommates, this is what this is the debt that you owe. There are people in the world who can sign a contract and it don't mean shit. He signed 3 of them with me. Did I believe that he was gonna hold that any of them held weight with him? No. I understood that he was that type of person. Yet I needed documented proof that I had tried everything. I tried my best to keep it as above board, not personal, but what it was. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not capable of that. Not everyone is capable of compartmentalizing. And for a while, um, the second one did a good job of hiding it, his inability to accept what was the reality. In his mind's eye, because someone had said to him, "Are you going to marry her?" it meant that I wanted to marry him. It meant that I was interested in this being more than a passing thing. But I'm, at that time, 46, you're 21. This can't be anything more than that. You need to be with someone who can give you children, who wants to give them to you, who wants to be on the same level capacity as you, who's still interested in that other work life ethic balancing that I'm not. I'm capable of leading a corporate organization. I've done it. I'm capable of, ooh, that's a big ass wasp that just came in. Y'all want to see JP quit for real though? Let that thing come after me. Come on, Mr. Waspy. I'm gonna need you just to, hey, go that way. Nope. No, wasp. Bad wasp. Bad wasp. Shitting me. Move. Out the door. I'll be back, y'all. I can play with y'all. I'm not playing. Oh shit. Y'all. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's a whole wasp in here with me and I'm gonna lose it. I ain't. I will turn this camera off and I will not let you see it. I'm telling you now. If I'm gonna scream and throw a tantrum about a bug, I'm not gonna do it in front of anybody. I didn't do that with my children. And I had sons, So as a mother of young men, you don't get to have the option of freaking out over a bug or 2 or 12. But bitch, It's a wasp. This is one of them times when I wish that I like maintenance or some shit. But if I'm being honest, you probably sent that mug my way. I was supposed to be out of here yesterday. I'm working on it. Me and the Lord. That's what we was arguing about this morning. Father, why you got me in this energy? This ain't me. This is the bullshit of other people being projected upon me. The little suicidal boy. I told him after, I'll tell him what it is today. After I told him, don't you do this. Do not go after my kid. Don't try it. Don't go after my kid. Number one, you don't love me. You don't love him. We don't love you. Don't fuck around and get your ass kicked. Do it seriously. Stay away from my son. You know, after you put your hands on me and you couldn't win that way, you thought you'd go after my child. I'm not crazy. I hope he did his best. Anyway, it's a wasp in here. Okay, okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna get over it. I'm gonna quit acting up. Right? Okay, I'm back. The wasp is over there. It's not over here. Now, should he like hop out that window and come attacking me again? Bitch is gone again. I'm moving on. I'm moving on anyway. I am moving on to what I'm supposed to have, my happiness. I am moving on to the other side of raising young men and watching them grow into their own man, and now watching them be amazing human beings, right? That was the requirement that God put before me. And I did that accordingly. So I ain't worried about shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. Um, I just kind of realized, maybe even today, no matter what happens, I get to move on from it. I can just pick up and walk out. I don't have everything that I need. Because as a human being, I never think that I have everything that I need. But think about it. The Father gave me feet, hands, the ability to communicate, to articulate so many things in so many ways to so many people. That's a gift. That's a talent. That's a strength that no one can take away from me. So no matter what happens, even if you lock me in a prison cell, I'm fine. You put me in jail though. And for what? What I do under who? Anyway, you know, that's America today. You ain't really gotta do shit. You just gotta say the right thing to the wrong person or the wrong thing while the government's watching or listening, and well, shit. Look at that. We made it to 18 minutes and 37 seconds. Y'all better thank you to that wasp. I'm pretty sure he made it happen. It's a beautiful day today. It's supposed to begin raining sometime this afternoon. It rained yesterday. That was nice. So what happens? I do intend to keep up the podcast. I intend to keep going until the Lord stops me. Oh, well. There's this lyric by CeeLo Green, and I might get it wrong. But he said you have to die once, so you never die again. I died last year. It took me some time to recover. I'm still recovering, and I'm doing fucking amazing. I lost my memory. I had to learn to walk again. I couldn't drink water. There were times when I couldn't eat, no matter what was here food wise. Keeping all those things in mind, I'm looking forward to the rest of my journey, to finding out what it's like when I'm fully healed, so to speak. When all of my amazingness will be revealed to the world. It's warm today, so I'm swelling again. Learning these things about my body, being human, almost from the ground up. It's almost like God was like, you build you. Let's see what you can do. And then after that, well, maybe I'll let you build a million or two. So I'm working on it, continuing to build me more and more every day. I may wake up in the morning irritable, ready to curse God out, but before too long, I'm on the way to figuring it out. Sometimes it's a minute, sometimes it's an hour, sometimes I've got to take a cold shower and just shake the shit off. It's amazing to me. I was talking to Patty B and she was telling me this story about how years ago her deceased spouse was a truck driver. It had to be in the late 80s, early 90s. Well, late 80s, really. And he was gone for 3 weeks. She hadn't heard from him at all. She had to call a dispatcher. You send my husband home or we got effing problems. And I'm sitting there for a brief moment and I'm like, what do you mean? You ain't hear from him for 3 weeks. Then I remember modern technology. I don't think that people realize we've only been able to do this as individuals, one on one, for about 20 years. When in the 80s, it was Ripley on the Alien movie. Remember? That was like the first time we saw a video phone type thing. And that was fucking amazing. And I don't mean like we hadn't seen Star Trek and all that ish, but like seeing it kind of working, I guess. It's like, oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. Some stuff is coming. Get excited about it. Ironically, we got excited about the technology, right? Being able to video chat with anywhere. Remember, Ripley was like in space or some ish, and the dude was here on Earth, right? The guy was played by um what's that show? My elder sister used to love this the show. M- Something it was a married couple. Um oh man, I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, y'all know. If you're old enough, you know. If you're not old enough, maybe you shouldn't be watching my stream. Or maybe you should just pay a damn attention to what it is that I'm talking about and not worry about the movie representation. Focus. Anyway, I say all of that. Like this technology, the ability to do this has only been around as long as some of these beings who were trying to tell you how to be, or for that matter, trying to figure it out. And worse, they were stuck with it themselves for how many years? Like mom and dad, instead of raising them just put the technology in front of them. They're like, here, you do this. I got something else to do. Oh, you spend 8 hours at school with that random stranger. You sometimes you call her teacher, sometimes you call her mommy. You don't mean to do it. It's just because you've been around her more than you've been around me. And mom and dad don't seem to see that as a problem. It's all right. Okay, well, we'll just deal with it, right? So you've got these beings running around here, and all they've ever done is this. And you expect them to show up in society on the first day of work and be like, I know how to do this. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. I worked with some of the most intelligent young people on the planet for about 2 years when I was at the School of Science and Math in North Carolina. They're brilliant. They could tell me anything about an algorithm. They could have helped me organize the books of the unit that I was working in. But honey, give them a mop, a broom, tell them to figure out how, give them a recipe and tell them to make it. I'm not kidding. At least then, like they may be doing better now, but then seriously, they were just dazed and confused. Because one thing they do is they just get started. No, they've never had any instructions on anything, so they just done what it is that they figure is supposed to be done. I'll just go straight down the list, whatever it is. So when you hand them a recipe, what do? Just dump everything. They'll dump it into the pot. At the top of the recipe says turn the oven on to 350 degrees. Grab a bowl, and then forgets to say step by step how to mix the ingredients, and just shows you the recipe. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna dump everything in that bowl and then hope it comes out. Okay. Never been taught anything else. And that's unfortunate. Now I want you to take that and imagine that they've gone to college for 4 years with the exact same mentality. Just reading and dumping. We, college is not even set up for them to hold on to most of the things that they're actually like. A lot of college classes are you don't have to remember everything that you learned in the entire 11 weeks. You learn the first 5 weeks. In week 6, you take a test, and then from week 6.5 on, you learn some new stuff, and then in week 11, you take another test on the stuff you learned in the last half, or whatever is happening everywhere, and we have to decide that it's not okay and do something about it. Not anybody else. Um, but like I promised y'all, I didn't think I was gonna make it past 15, and we're coming up on 30. I ain't trying to make no extra efforts at it today, anyway. Think of it as me conserving my energy because I don't know what's gonna come, but it's gonna be something amazing. Because that's the God in me. That's my God. That's the joy in the journey. That's a part of understanding that I am not simply a human being, a speck on this earth. I am a part of the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? I have this tattoo. Ooh, child, I am just dry as can be today. Honey, I need some oil. I was going to show y'all my tattoo. And I'm looking at me and I'm like, ooh, baby child, you need to, hunty. I'm showing to y'all. It's so, this is my very first tattoo. It's super old and super bad. But I think it actually, I mean, it holds the essence of me. And then everything else is kind of the foundation of me, right? Or what comes after. Can you see? That's my tattoo. It's an earth and an ankh because we three represent life, which is why on Mother's Day, I told every woman in the universe, Happy Mother's Day, because you all are capable of creating or manifesting life amazing. Should you choose? It's up to you. Keep your spirit up. I'll see you in the stream. Okay, like it doesn't want to let me go. And then do it. Ta-da!